Hey guys, this is Frozen Things Serious here, and welcome back to another movie review. And today I'm going to be reviewing John Wick Chapter 2. So, John Wick Chapter 2 is the second installment in the John Wick franchise, directed by Chad Stahelski. It came out in the year 2017 and stars Keanu Reeves, Ricardo Scamarcio, Ian McShane, Ruby Rose, Common, Lance Reddick, Lawrence Fishburne, and John Leguizamo Tessera. Basically, the plot for John Wick Chapter 2 tells the story of John Wick, who is now retired after getting away from a crime mob. Basically, the very similar crime mob to the first film. I believe it is the brother of the villain in the first film. And then but unfortunately, John Wick isn't able to get his retirement because he comes across this crime lord named Santiago Di Antonio who puts this marker on John Wick, which is basically a bounty, and then Santiago proceeds to bombing John Wick's house. So during the John Wick's and John's meeting with Santino, Santino puts John Wick on a mission to kill one of his relatives. I don't remember if it's wife, sister, or something. But I don't remember. I'll just say relative, like someone related. So he sent John Wick to go to Italy to do it, but John Wick says no. So Santino burns down John Wick's house. So and once he did that, John Wick actually does pushes through with the assignment to kill her in Italy. But things go wrong where when John Wick realizes a bounty has been placed on his head, and everyone is going after him, like almost every single crime lord. So John Wick must pretty much fight them. Okay, so yeah, John Wick Chapter 2. I'm gonna say this right now, straight up say this. John Wick Chapter 2 is better than the first movie. Yeah, there I said. I know there are people who say that John Wick Chapter 2 is their least favorite in the franchise, but to me, I always thought that this was better than the first film. Yeah, just like the first film, my parents saw this one in theaters, and my dad likes it. My dad likes the John Wick movies. He likes all of them, but my mom despises these movies with a burning pan. Yeah, my mom hates the John Wick, especially 2 and 3. Yeah, and she's actually a worker now, so she's not gonna be able to watch 4. Yeah, I'm sure my mom will probably won't enjoy 4. Even if I see it yet, I don't think my mom really likes John Wick. But I already said it in my review of the first John Wick. But yeah, and yeah, but yeah, when I saw John Wick, I always thought that this was better than the first one, and I know like some people say that the first John Wick is the best one. That's why it got the lowest score on Tomatoes, but no, I'm not. I'm not saying the first John Wick is the weakest because it has the lowest Rotten Tomatoes score. I don't always follow everything Rotten Tomatoes says. Because I don't like Rotten Tomatoes. I don't support them. So yes, but I stand by saying that each John Wick movie just gets better and better and better. I will admit, but when I was rewatching John Wick Chapter 2 yesterday, I had a hard time trying to watch it because I was out and I was like whenever when I'm doing anything, I would normally like watch continue John Wick Chapter 2 in the car. No, not car, but on my phone. And I wasn't able to finish it unfortunately because it was just so late. I have very little time to watch it, but I was able to finish it in the morning. And yeah, all right. But yeah, so the question is, does John Wick Chapter 2 hold up as a masterpiece? Yes, yes, it does hold up. John Wick Chapter 2 is an amazing movie that's even better than the first. It's not. I don't think it's as good as John Wick Chapter 3, but we'll see in rewatch. Maybe I could change my mind. We'll see. But yeah, I mean, John Wick Chapter 2 pretty much does what the first film did, but does it even more. Where yeah, just like the first John Wick, this movie continues to have non-stop action. Well, of course, there are times when this movie breathes, but yeah, this movie is all adrenaline rush, and yeah, and you all know action is my favorite genre, and I never get tired of non-stop action. I think non-stop action is just always my jam. Now, there's actually one character who I forgot to talk about it in the first John Wick movie, and I know he was there, but I kind of forgot to mention him. One, when I could have. And but yeah, I will just say John Leguizamo isn't as in the first two films. I don't know if he was in the third film, but yeah, he's just a minor character. And yeah, I mean John Leguizamo is great as well. Actually, one of the standouts, not the main standout, but I mean one of them. But yeah, I absolutely love um, John Leguizamo. You all probably know him as Bruno, and Bruno is indeed his best performance. No doubt about it. But yeah. Okay, anyway, let's talk about John Wick Chapter 2 itself. Yeah, besides the action scenes, like non-stop action, yeah, there's so many other things I love about John Wick. But I will say every single action scene it is absolutely bonkers. So yeah, I mean the action scene not only never stops, but it never gets you exhausted once, and you really want to see more of it. And but at the same time, like what I said, there are times when the movie breathes and there will be just dialogue. But yeah, people say this movie has no, it's just all action, no story. Yes, there is a story. The story, John Wick, getting into the crime world, having his bounty placed in his head, and criminals trying to catch him. There is a mission. Like, here's the thing about the story. To make the action scenes good, every single action scene needs to have a purpose, and that's exactly what this movie did. There was purpose to every single action scene because there something was happening, and some important plot point was happening that leads to the action scene. And yeah, the action scenes is absolutely better than the first film. Um, even the start of the movie is already like action, but the first one is pretty much just no. Picking up where the first one left off, where John, where the brother of the villain in the first film like tries to get vengeance on John Wick, and there's a huge parking fight scene, warehouse parking I think, and yeah, it was great. And then there was like some storytelling, some world building. Actually, that's one thing that makes John Wick Chapter 2 really good. It's because of the world of how it expands the lore of John Wick by actually trying to add some new ideas to it, you know about this marker thing, and the bounty, and yeah, I mean this movie tries to introduce like so many new stuff, and it does it really well. So yes, there is story to, I mean to those who say, it's there's no story. And yeah, every single action scene is just really good. Like my favorite action scene is probably the mirror action scene. Though with all the mirrors and John Wick, trying to fight. I absolutely love how the idea of of having that action scene take place inside the hall of mirrors, because I always love it when I see action scenes take place within mirrors, because it brings in the suspense and tension, because your hero won't actually know where the target is. Like the hero can actually see the villain, or the target in the mirror, but actually it's behind him. And yeah, I think that's genius. And speaking of that, remember in the first John Wick, when in my review of John Wick 1, I said that this movie has the best John Wick villain. Well, the best John Wick villain is Iris, played by Ruby Rose, aka that god awful Batwoman series, on like CW series. But I would say yeah, this is Ruby Rose's best performance, and way better her as Batwoman. What I love about her is that she doesn't speak, but she doesn't speak because she's deaf, but she really has a but but she's really smart. Even if she's disabled, like she's deaf. I mean, she's really smart, and she's just so amazing, and really she seems like a real threat to John Wick, and despite being silenced, and I really like that. And her fight with John Wick in the mirror, it really stands out there from any other moment in the entire film. Now I know I don't have a good explanation. You guys are gonna be like, oh, you always say that she's the best John Wick villain because you have a crush on her. But, like, I mean, I don't know what to say, but I mean, she's just really cool. She's just simply a really cool villain. And normally villains is the my least favorite aspect of the John Wick films. But yeah, but John Wick still has great villains. Don't get me wrong, but I still rooted for John Wick over a race anyway. So don't get me wrong. And then there's also the concert fight scene in Italy, which really stands out. Which yeah, that scene really stands out. Yeah, especially with the with John Wick being chased underground and yeah, John Wick yeah being chased underground and then like he like kills like some hundreds of people in that one scene. Yeah, and also another standout character in this movie is Common. His name is actually Cassian. I can actually remember the name because of Andor, like Cassian Andor. You probably know who I'm talking about, the one from Rogue One and the Andor show, the spin-off show. But I mean, Common is really good in this. Like I always like he doesn't seem to rest. Like he always wants John Wick for himself, and even when he and yeah, he still feels ruthless when he and John Wick are taking a breath. You can still feel the ruthlessness in common when they're both just drinking. And yeah, also for some reason every time I see like hotel managers in these John Wick films, I always like feel like I already like resonate with his character as someone who's like gonna take up hospitality course in college. But yeah, it just feels kind of weird for some reason. But yeah, also, this movie is really well paced. It's just a straight up 2 hour movie, and I think this movie like never loses its pacing. Now, whether it's just a dialogue scene or an action scene, I mean this pacing is just really perfect. It goes on very smoothly, and also like cinematography is really good. Each action scene is shot really well. So overall, John Wick Chapter Two is a masterpiece of a sequel. This movie pretty much it's a step up from the first film. I know that's kind of a hard thing to say. That's because most people say John Wick One is better, but to me, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't go as far as saying that maybe the story in the first movie is better, but yeah, John Wick Chapter Two really like steps. It's a huge step up when it comes to the action scenes and pretty much technical wise and the supporting cast, and also Keanu Reeves is better in this as well. I forgot to mention. So with that said, I'm gonna give John Wick Chapter Two a 10 out of 10. So also from my review of John Wick Chapter 2, what is your opinion on this movie? Who agrees with me that John Wick Chapter 2 is better than the first movie? Comment down below, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and stay tuned for my review of John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum. Bye guys.